Okay, so how this all started is this was 3 different rooms, like I mentioned. When I rented this side for 1 year, and then I talked to the owner and renting this side. Then there was a false wall here. This is an original Ford dealership from 1933 to 1951. When they came in 1933, they took out the walls and made it into one giant room. So the fake wall was here. We cut into the fake wall, and then we found the original ramp for the cars to go through here. And so there was another small wall right here, so I was hammering into it. I ran out of some nails. I went to the back room to get some nails. I left my hammer like this. And I remember this is like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, so you're tired. I come back, and my hammer is now turned this way. I've never done that before, and I use a hammer all my life. But maybe I'm tired. It could happen. The next day, it was like that. The third day, it was like that. I know those 2 days I didn't do it. The fourth day, I came back, and it was standing straight up like this. But as you can see, there's no way to hold this hammer still without putting your finger here. So what I did is I grabbed it, and it felt like somebody did have their finger there, and then I could hear the laughter in front of me about 3 or 4 feet. And of course, I had to laugh too because it was pretty funny. The ironic thing is, this was the hardware store. The hammer almost always will do something in the hardware store. Only once did it ever do anything in one of the other sides, which it did stand straight up on that time too. But a lot of things happen. A lot of them happen on this side, and especially since we took the wall out. It was like, I call it the vortex. And it's like whatever happened, they moved into this room. I've been told that there's somebody that's like a guardian. He's more powerful than any of them, the strongest personality. This is, they say 8 to 13 different entities are in here. There's different time periods. They see each other, they don't see each other. They're here for a reason, we don't know why. But again, it's practical jokes. Frank, and we've had 2 people come in, they don't know each other. And a lot of these stories, nobody knows anybody. And they tell me the same thing, so I know it's true. So Frank, on the far side is the bank, and down below there used to be a staircase to get to the vault. Well, Frank in the 1930s was stealing from his partners. So they brought him down there, and they hit him on the head, and they put his body inside the vault, and then later on they buried him in the mine. If you do research, wherever somebody dies is where they return. Frank returns. He comes in the store, he plays a lot of practical jokes, especially with my keys. I don't leave my keys on a certain area, but he'll play practical jokes on other people too. Another big area over there, and I do not tell anybody about this at all. I just let them go over there, and they can decide on themselves if they think there's an entity. I just tell them something's there. I never tell them what it is. If somebody is really receptive to it, they know exactly what it is. It's a 6 to 8-year-old boy, and he likes to hug. He's very lonely. He doesn't realize he's dead, but he's over there. But he's very, very lonely, and he'll go over and hug you all the time. People that aren't even receptive, they'll feel like restriction around their chest or their waist. It's because he's hugging you. That's all it is, he's hugging you. One lady was in tears because she felt him. She described him to a T, what he looked like. Another girl came in. She described him to a T, even more than the first lady did. But I've had a lot of people come in, and they've told me all about him. Time period, we're not really sure about that. We're thinking 1910, 1920 possibly from the description of the clothes. Every place in this entire room, something happens. It just depends on who's there and who's there at that particular moment.